Hey to all my hustlers out there, and welcome to the Entrepreneur Hustle's 30-day Hustle Harder Challenge. And we have reached day 18, if you can believe it. We talked about a lot of habits, a lot of skills, a lot of the mindset we will need to make sure that we are winning at the end of 2020. And let's continue on with that conversation and talk about something you may think, that's a weird one. And we're going to talk about isolation. The process of really pulling yourself away from the world, refocusing in on what's important to you. What is your mindset? What is your determination? How are you persevering? And it involves a lot of the things we previously talked about, and it may feel like a weird space, right? Because coronavirus had us isolated involuntarily, right? We were stuck in our house, we were stuck to our own devices, we were forced to be someplace. But as we continue to press through 2020, isolation is an important part of it. Why? Because you need to tap into you. You have to reconnect to you, or the rest doesn't make sense, or the rest is you responding to what other people need. You're responding to what the world throws at you. But what about what you can give, what you can do, your own determination, your own perseverance? Isolation helps you do that. Why? Because you're disconnecting from those external forces that are telling you, go here, go there, that's important to you. You should do this. You need more money. You need X, Y, Z. But what is really important to you? You have to figure that out. And unplugging from the matrix is an important way to do it. Now, you may have had a double dose of it because of the coronavirus, and you may feel lonely and really needing the desire to reconnect with people. But as we push through 2020, isolation will be an important part of that recharge to yourself. You can't always be feeding into other people and not expect for you to become exhausted, right? There has to be a point where you have a recharge yourself. Because if you're a fountain, but you're not getting the water, everything else is dry. And as an entrepreneur, we have a lot of responsibilities, lots of people depending on us, and you have to give time to feed back into yourself, to pour back into yourself, to fill the glass so it can be half full. For everyone else, you gotta pour it into yourself. Isolation is an important part of doing that. It can just be hours. It can be you have a weekend to yourself where you say, I'm going to focus in on my needs. I'm going to congratulate myself for what I've done. I'm going to reflect on what I've put in and what has gone right and what has gone wrong. And in this time, I'll continue to develop my plan for success, my plan for getting there, recharge and commend myself for the work I've done, and focus in on the work I have to do. So isolation is a great time to recharge. My tips: when you're going to go through some periods of isolation, take some time to do some of the other habits we talked about during this period. Do some meditation, do some reflection, add some education into that me time you need to recharge. And make sure that you are really disconnecting. Don't always have the Twitter fingers. Don't always be on your Facebook and your Instagram. Disconnect completely, because that's your opportunity to cut off those external forces that are telling you, you should do this, you should do that. How many likes do you have? How many people are following you? To say, that may not matter. What matters right now is me tapping into me really refilling my cup and focusing in on what I need to do. So it will be different for everyone. Your process may be a little bit different, but taking the time to isolation says it's important enough. Reconnecting with myself is important enough where I want to schedule time to be disconnected from other outside forces and focus in on my own force. Because when I come through hitting, it's going to be in full force, and I need time to charge that battery to come at this year correct. So that is our tip for today, making sure that you use isolation to your benefit, to recharge, to refocus, and to get your motivation going for the end of 2020. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the Entrepreneur Hustle. Our 30-day challenge is coming to an end, but that means the mid part of July is ready to hit, and we can do it together. So join our community on our YouTube page or our website, entrepreneurhustle.network. Thanks so much.